Welcome to OTB, Outside the Box Boxing Class 101. New students, subscribe on your way in. Old students, hit that like button. Man, first of all, salute to the ladies. They had a hell of a show that they put on this weekend. Congrats to Woman Boxing, selling out Madison Square Garden and making it an epic event while you did so. Man, I will be breaking down women's boxing film from here on out at OTB Boxing Class 101. I was that impressed. I've always been a fan, but after what I seen this weekend and Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, that was just a real class act of an event, as well as the fans of boxing for supporting it. So with that, I gotta say congrats to y'all. But we got some fight film to break down. Canelo Alvarez, DMitry Bivol, and Canelo Alvarez 57-1-2. And we all know that his best loss is to Floyd Mayweather. And two draws. The second draw to Triple G. First draw, he was just 16 years old, I think. Then we got DMitry Bivol, 19-0. His best win is John Pascal. DMitry Bivol got a 1.5 inch reach difference at 72.5, and Canelo's 5'8" at 70.5 inches. But let's get into it. As we see John Pascal, we see how active DMitry Bivol's jab is. Look at him go downstairs right there. Now as it slow down, watch the second round of what that jab set up. Now he has a very active jab. Look at the hook there in the body shot, which you see John Pascal stand up and take that. Put the earmuffs on. Now Bivol shoots the right to keep him on the line. And when I talk about the line, I talk about where DMitry Bivol's head is outside that lead shoulder. And this is really great boxing, because I know that if my head is outside that lean shoulder, then your head is over your front foot. And if it's on your back foot, you're stationary. So DMitry Bivol just shoot the two-piece, shoot the right hook to get him back on the line. Now, once I do got you on the line, what I'm going to do? Paul, to get your hands down. Now, I like how DMitry Bivol really set up his shots. John Pascal trying to move his head inside to manipulate the line. Now look at him jump and move that jab over. Pascal going to start circling towards the right. Bivol just going to come on back out, reset up the line. Bang. And when he do, look at how he goes. Once he got it, he know that right hand is there, because he know that your head is stationary because you on your back foot. So John Pascal not a fighter with a lot of head movement, but you can see Pascal, you can see what Bivol really want to do when he gets close in range. And he's not a very active in the pocket. He really want to clinch up and maintain his space, as he's such a good fighter at maintaining his space. Now look at that jab to the two-piece. Look at the right to get his head on the line, and then look at him pivot out to counter the aggression that Pascal would start to go with once he did get the front foot. Now he just keep taking him off his front foot. Every time he sees Pascal on his front foot, he gonna get that jab active and shoot to the body. And that's really grade A boxing. Like I said, he understands the line and he manipulates the line incredibly well. And that's why you won't be able to hit him with any of those shots. But he's an incredibly active fighter. If you look at how many punches he threw just in that last clip. But that cross, that two-piece, I like that. That's a punch that he throws when he turns his opponent. But look at how active his jab is. This is later in the fight. This is the 10th round. 2, 3, 4. Look at that jab. Now he gonna get his head outside, recircle up on the line. John Pascal say, I'm going to take you off your front foot. But he's so active with his jab, it's hard to, it's hard to react to that much pressure. And his jab is really just going to set you up, and then he going to shoot that right hand to keep you on the line and to manipulate your head movement. See, and then once he knows you sitting down, he's a supreme body snatcher. That's what I really like, and I'm really looking forward to how Canelo deals with his intense body punching. But if you can see, he's almost at 7, 8 punches unanswered before he deals with the punch coming from Pascal, which is really grade A boxing, man. Now we just gonna look at him again. Look at how much that jab set up. and the activity of that jab. Look at how active he is late in this fight. That's really impressive to me, as it could look like Canelo's landing the bigger punches, but he could be the more active fighter, as we've seen Canelo control and kept at distance. But look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Then he just gonna sit on his back foot, shoot it. Look at Pascal get on his back foot, and when he get him on his back foot, what he do? Two, bang, go to that body. Okay, you want some more? Bang, 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 bang. Look at that. Look at that. That's just that's good boxing right there. That's good boxing right there. Okay, you want some more? You want some more? So don't get to showing out. And for all of y'all that don't know about DMitry Bivol, this film speaks volumes to what type of fighter he is, man. He's very prideful. And I think that he's going to come in this fight with a tremendous amount of pride and confidence. Look at that right hand. Look at that. But you can see when he in the pocket, you can see John Pascal laying his shots. And that's really what scares me and what leads me to my final determination for this fight, as we see Pascal has some success with the uppercut because his head movement ain't too great when he is in distance. And that's really where Canelo likes to work a lot of his output is put at. But we gonna look at Kovalev have a little bit of success controlling Canelo, and I think that this is something that we'll look to see Bivol do. It's just a matter of if he can successfully do it. But look at how active Kovalev jab is as Canelo's trying to get the line. Now Canelo figure, I'm just going to get up under your jab and I'll operate inside the line. That's no problem for him because we know he's a big puncher, so he looks to land his punch. But look at that. Look at that. Now you see Kovalev, he kind of take one, but he let you know that he caught it. Now look at what you do when you keep him at distance. He start to lunge out. He start to get impatient as a fighter. Now look at Kovalev. He know he got him just where he want him. What he gonna do? Circle back, control that line, stay active when I'm on it. Stay active when I'm on it and make sure I control. We gonna come over here where I got the line at and I can sit down and dictate what's gonna go on. And as we know, Kovalev was he's a very smart fighter. Look at his head outside that front shoulder as he shoots that right. So he knows that that right's gonna land. And we just seen Shakur Stevenson give us a master class this weekend at controlling the line against Oscar Valdez. And I really look for that to be the fight that DMitry Bivol looked to fight against Oscar Valdez. And I believe that that's what it's state. Now look at Canelo lunging out more, because the more that you get a fighter out of characteristics, he does things that he don't like to do. Look at that stick jab, because you lunging in now, and I can time your jab because you got to step in with it. Now look at Kovalev. Now he can do what he wants. He don't choose to work in there. And after this fight, Canelo got extremely better at working inside the pocket. And this was really the fight that I believe after this fight, he started sitting on his punches a lot, which made him available for jabs in the Triple G fight. And this was really the game plan that Triple G exhibited in both fights as well. And we talking about 3 Russian fighters. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that big punch. Look at that big left hook that we know Canelo gonna have, and Bivol gonna be there for it because he don't have a lot of head movement. But when your jab ain't active, those are the punches that you get that Canelo will land in this fight. Now look at that, because Canelo realizes he done closed the distance on that jab, so I got to punch with him. And that's what Canelo gonna do when he don't just look to eat those jabs and take away that jab on his front foot, getting up under it. Because look at that head movement. We all know about his head movement, as that's the best fighter. That's the best head movement in boxing. I can't say, but he still lunges out a lot because Kovalev did a great job at keeping his distance, and he ate some big punches from Canelo. But that ended up being a determining factor in this fight. As you look at Canelo now, he just going to circle back, get the line, get on his front foot for that jab, and now he going to come back and try and get Kovalev on his back foot, because we all know that once he get him on his back foot, he know. Now Kovalev say, I'm going to take you off your front foot. Then I'm going to go down to your body. And we know that once he starts to close that distance, this is the Canelo that you look at. And I really look to see if Kovalev can't, if Bivol can't maintain this type of output. We going to look at some more film of this later on. And Kovalev had outpunched him by almost 300 punches in this fight. And I think that was really a problem for Canelo. And it really served to wear him down over the course of a fight. And that allowed him to sit on his punches and really take his opportunities more, as I think that he'll have to do in this fight with DMitry Bivol. But Bivol can have some success. He has to work from distance. That has to be something that he really looks to capitalize on, as this is just the same film, and I just want to show you that jab and how good it is when you're when you maintain a jab. You get fighters to do things that's uncharacteristic to him. And Canelo don't have a high jab output either, but he got a lot of head movement. And that head movement is really what give you problems, and it really begins to frustrate you because you don't land as many jabs. Now, look at Kovalev. He understands he don't look to land these jabs. He just looks to take Canelo off his front foot with that jab. And as long as that's your purpose for it, then you'll have some success. But you'll be available for those punches if you can't get your damn head off the line. So I really look for Bivol to get better, and I really look to see how much better he's gotten getting his head off the line. He did bring David Benavidez in for this camp, and they did some sparring. I believe David Benavidez being such a high punch volume fighter, I wonder how much that helped DMitry Bivol get ready for the type of pressure he'll take from this fight from Canelo, because it's not a punch pressure. Canelo done won punches fights landing 28 punches before. It's more or less the pressure he puts on you from landing big punches. And because his head movement is so good, then he has the ability to fight without a jab. Like, he eliminated the whole jab factor. However, he will be available for these punches, because we can see right there, you will be available to get hit. And I really look to see side of those jabs. However, DMitry Bivol have to take advantage of him lunging out, throwing these big shots, because he's available to be hit when he throws these big shots. And he don't have a lot of defensive purpose while he punching, which is why he's such a good striker. But he'll wait, as we can see in this film, 11 rounds to land his punch. However, DMitry Bivol, I don't see getting stopped in this fight. I will repeat that. I don't see him getting stopped. But look at Canelo start to get on that head movement and eliminate that jab with the head movement and start to no mas in Russian language. But I really do see Canelo having a lot of success landing these big punches later on in the fight, as DMitry Bivol starts to slow down from those body shots that he'll take from that heavy jab output. And I really look to see if Bivol is in shape to fight all 12 rounds and fight his fight from distance. This is a draining way of boxing, might I add. It's just draining. It's mentally draining. It's physically draining, both. But I enjoyed breaking this fight down. I really gained a lot of respect for DMitry Bivol. I feel like he will be a champion after this fight. And he's young. Yeah, I mean, he's not old. He's just 20 fights in his career. So he has a long road to walk. And we know Canelo gonna pretty much jump around from division to division for the remainder of his career. So he could fight this fight to an extent that he gains our respect and once, and we want to see this fight again. I'm not sure if that's what we'll see. If he fights his fight all 10 rounds, then all 12 rounds, then I do believe that's something we'll see. But shout out to Shakur Stevenson. Great fight against Oscar Valdez. We told you exactly what you see. Go check that video out if you haven't already. For the new students, old students, man, we out. I hope y'all hit that bell notification so it lets you know when we back cooking up in the kitchen. And let me think. What else we got? Jamel Charlo film coming out. Gervonta Davis, Rolly Romero film coming out. Working on both of those. Probably later on this week, we going to get them to y'all. But for right now, class is dismissed. Salute to the guys.